Welcome to Black and Gold Today, brought to you by Cadillac of New Orleans. I'm Rachel Whittaker. Thanks for being with us after the Saints' far from stellar preseason loss at Baltimore. So now to break it down with me from Baltimore is Saints columnist Larry Holder. Well, Larry, the first team offense and defense were disturbing, with the exception of Brandon Cooks' nice speedy touchdown, atoning for a previous penalty. But the Ravens had 11 first downs before the Saints had one. That's kind of scary, and the Saints still show tendencies of 2014 meltdowns.
Yeah, it's kind of telling, and that tells a story really on both sides of the football. Look, defense could not get off the field. You basically had just about every star outside of, say, Akeem Hicks. He didn't start. And who should we even call Jarris Byrd a starter? I have no idea when he's going to be on the field. Right. And Raphael Bush is actually out there. And of course, he's a starting caliber safety. So, but yeah, the Ravens really just kind of chipped away at the Saints defense. I described them as looking sleepy, almost like they weren't ready to play at that point. And 16-play drive, touchdown. And then, of course, you sustain the injuries to Brandon Browner, Donnell Ellerbe, and then on the next drive to Delvin Breaux. So that's a really big issue as well. And now offensively, of course, Drew Brees didn't play, but still you're expecting more out of the offense. You get 2 3-and-outs. And you mentioned the Brandon Cooks touchdown. Well, that happened in the second quarter against the Ravens' second unit. Now, look, it's been an off season. We've got to change the tone, and the tone looks like it still needs to be changed.
Right, that's the one thing you don't want to do in preseason is have injury. Breaux, you know, he could be having some significant playing time. He was showing a lot of promise in camp, so we'll see how those play out. Sean, of course, would not give any updates post-game.
I'm stunned. I can't believe it.
Yeah, he said that everybody was taking turns asking the injury question, getting the inevitable next question answer. But the best thing I took away from last night was Kyrie Robinson's play. He had a 29-yard run and a 21-yard touchdown catch. So, Larry, that's showing some diversity. Would you say that was one of the best things you saw?
Yeah, and I like what he showed really in the passing game or in the running game. We know he can run the football, right. But he had 3 receptions, and of course he capped off that 2-minute drill and you got to give Ryan Griffin credit. He looked poised in that drive and really he looked about as good as we've seen. Even last preseason, I didn't think he looked as good as he did last night. And so, but yeah, Kyrie Robinson, to me, he seems like he's only growing as a player, and you never know. Look, it's not like Mark Ingram and C.J. Spiller are always healthy, and so you've got to have Kyrie Robinson ready to go. And he was definitely one of the pluses on overall. And you look at most of the game, and you could point out pluses here or there. If
the Saints can commit more to the run this season, kind of have that balance that, I mean, if you think back to the Super Bowl season when they were so balanced, that was when they were the most successful. So we'll see if they can keep that up. And, I mean, if the Saints want to do any kind of winning this season, 16 penalties, disgusting. So the poor discipline has got to stop if they want to get back on track. So, Larry, safe travels back home. We'll talk to you soon.
Well, actually, we're back to West Virginia. We're jumping in the car and going back, and then the Patriots show up to West Virginia in a couple of days. So, look, we're still going to be up at the Greenbrier. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out.
Right, one more week in West Virginia, kind of feeling like NOLA.com's second home at this point. So
exactly.
Thanks, Larry. Have a good one.
All right, thanks, Rachel.
And up next, we're back to Saints trivia.
What's one of the nicest things that comes with your new Cadillac from Cadillac of New Orleans? 0% interest.
Get 0% interest on all new Cadillacs, now at Cadillac of New Orleans. New owners, new attitude, on Lime Street in Rye in Metairie.
Welcome back. Well, we didn't see the Ravens' Steve Smith last night, but this week's trivia question asked you this. Steve Smith's 13 touchdowns versus the Saints in his career are his most against any opponent. But whom did he score his first NFL touchdown against? And our answer is the Minnesota Vikings. So several viewers emailed that correct answer. So I'll pull this week's winner in our Saints helmet here. Let's see, we've got Stephen Penn. And Stephen, you didn't tell me where you were from, but we get answers from all over the country and the world. So Stephen, thanks for playing, and you're the proud owner of a gift certificate to the Saints online store. And please keep playing all season long, everyone. You never know what you might win. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at RachelW504. Have a great weekend.